Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are playing out a short-term rejection from resistance. So I'll be talking about that and what it means for the short-term trend later in the video. Definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the daily Bitcoin to US dollar chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is playing out a short-term rejection from this area of resistance, which is a large area of resistance in between 28,000 to 30.5k. And in case you're new to this channel, this area of resistance stems all the way from early 2021, because obviously back then it was acting as support, also during the middle of 2021 and also during the middle of 2022. This significant area was acting as support, and over the last 1 to 2 months, this same price area has been acting as significant resistance, as I've mentioned a few times over the last few months. And so obviously right now on the larger time frames, this does present a significant obstacle for the price of Bitcoin. But with that being said, technically speaking, the price of Bitcoin has not yet invalidated the larger multi-month long bullish trend that we've seen since November last year, because obviously we're still in a higher low, higher high price structure here on the larger time frames. But with that being said, even though we might still be in this larger multi-month long bullish trend on the larger time frames, of course we can still experience short-term bearish price action like what we saw back here during around late February entering into early March, and also like what we've seen more recently, this rejection from this significant area of resistance. But if you're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin price oscillators, as I mentioned in my last few videos, these daily Bitcoin price oscillators are starting to flip a little bit more bullish again, because first of all, here in the daily Bitcoin RSI, this is technically beginning to form a new uptrend as it is forming higher highs and higher lows. And if you're looking at the daily Bitcoin MACD, a few days ago now, we've already confirmed a bullish cross in this indicator, which is technically a bullish signal. But with that being said, even though we have seen a bit of short-term momentum show up in this indicator, it is lacking in momentum compared to back here, for example, which is why I would not be expecting a move straight up like this. And instead, right now, these daily Bitcoin price oscillators are showing mild bullish momentum on the daily time frame in terms of the trend here. And once again, even a bullish trend can contain short-term bearish price action, just like how a bearish trend can contain short-term bullish price action. But anyway, now zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 8-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart, and right now we currently are seeing a rejection from this descending line of resistance, which was a part of a previous symmetrical triangle pattern, but is still currently acting as resistance. And right now, this is sitting at approximately 28.1k, but at the point of the rejection, it was at around 28.3k, which is right where a Fibonacci level is sitting at, which I've been talking about over the last 2 days. Once again, the 50% retracement level is sitting at around 28.3k, acting as short-term resistance. And above that, if we end up seeing a move higher, we have the golden pocket acting as more resistance, sitting in between around 28.9k to 29.1k. And as for short-term support, we did just see a break to the downside below this short-term level of support, which was sitting at around 27.7k. And so technically speaking, that bullish price target based on this double bottom pattern, which was sitting at around 29,000 approximately, is now invalidated. We only made it around halfway to that price target, which of course is enough for a profitable trade if you moved your stop loss into profits, as I always mention when I'm mentioning a trading strategy. And so now that the price of Bitcoin has broken back below that support level at around 27.7k, we currently have a bit of short-term support based on this Fibonacci level and also these previous lows sitting at around 26.9k. And below that level, if we see a break below 26.9k, then in that case, we're simply looking at this area of support again, sitting in between around 26.1k to 26.5k. And in that case, if we do end up seeing a break to the downside back into this area of support, then in terms of the short-term trend and momentum, we would simply be looking neutral again, because the price would essentially be breaking back into this choppy sideways price range that we've seen mostly over the last 2 weeks or so. But for as long as the price of Bitcoin can hold above around 26.9k to 27k and see some sort of bounce here, forming a higher low in the price, then after also forming this higher high, this would simply be a sign of a shorter term bullish trend. And once again, even in a bullish trend, we can experience even smaller bearish price action. It's just as long as the price is forming higher lows and higher highs, that's technically a bullish trend. And as of right now, the 8-hour Bitcoin RSI is technically still forming higher lows and higher highs, which once again is a signal leaning more bullish rather than bearish in terms of the trend and momentum. But once again, that does not mean that we're going to see no bearish price action at all. And instead, it simply means that we're likely going to see more bullish price action than bearish price action. But either way, we were due to see a bit of a short-term cool-off anyway, whether that meant a pullback or simply a consolidation, due to the fact that the 8-hour Bitcoin RSI did recently enter into overbought territories. And typically when that happens, it means that we're due to see a bit of a reset in the price to reset the RSI. And when that happens, that technically gives us some more room to the upside. So at least for now, in the shorter term, considering the higher highs already confirmed and possibly this simply being a higher low until proven otherwise, at least for now, in terms of the trend and momentum in the shorter term, I'm still leaning more bullish than bearish. But once again, that doesn't mean that we can't see any bearish price action. And now, just before getting into the Ethereum part of this video, I'll quickly remind you that there's currently an exclusive 100 USDT airdrop happening over at Pionex, and this only lasts for just a few more days, and I'll be sure to leave the details about this in the description down below and in the pinned comment if you want to check that out. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and right now the price of ETH is still trading above this area of support, which is sitting in between around 1770 to 1820. And obviously here on the larger time frames, like this daily time frame, the larger multi-month long bullish trend is technically still intact, because as of right now, we are still seeing consistent higher lows and higher highs in the price of ETH. And as for the momentum here in the daily Ethereum price oscillators, these are technically still looking more bullish than bearish, because as of right now, the daily Ethereum RSI is still forming these higher lows and higher highs, while the daily Ethereum MACD is still sitting in the green if you're looking at the histogram, showing some bullish momentum. And of course, after that bullish crossover that we saw around a week ago. And so over the last 1 day, nothing much has changed here on the daily time frame. But if you zoom into a smaller time frame like this 8-hour ETH to US dollar charts, obviously over the last 1 day, we have seen a rejection from this horizontal area of resistance and also now this descending line of resistance, because first of all, this horizontal area of resistance is sitting in between around 1920 to 1950. As I've been saying over the last few days, we're likely going to see the price of ETH struggle at that area. And now, due to this third rejection from this descending line of resistance, this basically validates this as a line of resistance, which is currently sitting at around 1890. And so once again, as I said in my last video, expect the price of ETH to struggle around this area, meaning we're likely going to see at least some choppy sideways price action, if not a short-term pullback. But once again, as I said earlier, this doesn't necessarily cancel the shorter-term bullish trend for as long as the price forms a higher low above this previous low. Because once again, obviously a bullish trend can contain shorter-term bearish price action for as long as the price is still mostly trending in the bullish direction, as in forming higher lows and higher highs. And so for the bulls out there, it is important for the price to remain above 1760 in order for the price to technically be in a shorter term bullish trend. But before the price of ETH makes it all the way down towards 1760. We do currently have this area of support sitting in between around 1830 to 1860. So obviously it is possible we could see a bit of a bounce or at least a slowdown from this bearish price action in that area. But if the price of ETH breaks back below around 1830, then in that case, we're likely going to see a drop down towards around 1760. And in that case, the price would be looking relatively neutral because we would essentially break back into this choppy sideways price range. And as for the momentum here in the 8-hour Ethereum price oscillators, as of right now, the 8-hour Ethereum RSI is technically still looking more bullish than bearish because it's still forming higher lows and higher highs. But if you're looking at the 8-hour Ethereum MACD, even though this is not yet confirmed a bearish cross, meaning it's still technically more bullish than bearish, but as of right now, it is getting very close to a possible bearish cross, meaning we could see a return in some more bearish momentum if this bearish cross actually confirms, at the same time as potentially confirming a break below some of these key levels of support. Obviously, those signals would further confirm some more bearish momentum and a possible trend change here in the short term. But at least for now, considering the fact that we have not yet fully confirmed those bearish confirmation signals, as of right now, in terms of the trend and momentum, technically we are still looking more bullish than bearish. But of course, it's important to understand that we still have these areas of resistance where we can indeed see rejections from. And now, if you want to know how to make a lot of money in crypto quite easily, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how to make money no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or neutral using AI, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money in a choppy sideways price range. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.